What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Flo here, bringing you guys another YouTube video, and today we're going to be going over some tips that I've recently come across to help me tune my drift cars. So recently I've been into like a craze of recreating Formula Drift cars like Von Gittin Jr., Ryan Turks, and Chris Forsberg. You guys saw videos of me drifting Ryan Turks and Chris Forsberg's cars online. And I was going to make another one with Von Gittin Jr.'s Mustang, but I decided I'd use his car to go over some tips since I still had to adjust the tune to how I like it now. So we're going to go ahead and hop into just some tips. So as far as upgrading the car goes, I'm 97% sure. Okay, we're going to unlock the tune. I forgot I had a lock tune on it for some reason because we were doing a challenge with a friend. We're going to keep the stock power plant in it. Drivetrain, we want to keep rear wheel drive. We're gonna go twin turbos. I'm not 100% sure Von himself runs twin turbos, but I like to drift twin turbos. That's what we're gonna do. Now for tire compound, for the amount of power I want to have in this car, we're gonna go sport compound tires. I usually run sports on most of my cars just because it's a good. Most of my drift cars, because it offers quite a bit of grip, but also allows grip to be lost fairly easily. So in the front, we're going to run 265s. I like to run a little bit bigger front. Then in the rears, we're going to run 315s. Yeah, probably, we're going to run 295 to start, and if we need to come back and change it, we will. As far as rims go, I don't really know if I want to change the rims up any. We'll run those rims. Rims are like personal preference. Doesn't really matter. We're gonna max out all of this stuff so we can tune it. Okay. Same with this. We're gonna max it all out. Okay. Slam it, because why not? Then as far as roll bars go, we maxed out as well. Okay, disconnect my controller. Then for roll cage, we're going to add the roll cage because it does help with some stability, and then weight reduction, we're going to do full weight reduction because race car. Now, this is where stuff can get tricky. It depends on how much power you want your car to make. We're already making about 650 horsepower, but I'm shooting for quite a bit more, so I do the two main things, which is turbos and camshafts. To see where we're putting, we're at 470 or 748. Do intercoolers, which also adds a little bit of horsepower. Pistons at 16 or 807. I want to be right around 850. 831. Most Formula Drift cars, from what I've seen from doing some research and just on the internet, they run around 850 to 1,000 horsepower. So this actually hit 850. Again. This car actually hit 850 on the dot, so that's pretty good. Anything above below 850. Or between 600 and 850, that's like, if you don't know anything about drifting, that's where I'd start. If you're pretty good at drifting, I'd start at like 850 to 900. If you feel you're really experienced, I'd go from 850 to 1,000, because tuning from 850 to 1,000 is a little bit tricky, actually. So we're going to go ahead and hop into the tune now. Okay, I hit test drive, not tune. Oopsies. Now for tune front tire pressure, I run at 20. And rear tire pressure I run at 26. This is just a base tire pressure I run for all my cars. It can change, but I usually don't need to. Gearing is something that I kind of just change up for a base tune and then change it as needed. I take everything down to the closest whole number as you can see. It's just a real quick base tune to allow me to have some more. To have more gear range, and then I adjust each gear as I need it as I'm test driving. Camber, this is where some stuff, like I've recently learned, has come into play. I max out the front camber. And the reason I max out the front camber is because I've learned that whenever you counter steer, if you have maxed front camber, it actually ends up giving the effect of more steering angle, therefore you have more front grip. It might just be me, but that's something I found out drifting. The two cars you guys saw me drift online in the earlier videos this week both had maxed out front camber. The Ryan Turk FRS had some issues, but that was the track. Because if you guys don't know, Forza 6 has like dynamic grip between tracks, and I'm not a fan of drifting on motor speedways like that because the grip is insane, but it is what it is. Then as far as rear camber goes, I'm anywhere between 0.5 and 1.7. So for this thing, we're gonna go like 1.5 and try it out. Toe, I usually do like 0.4 all the way around for both, and I max out the front casters. Then for any roll bars, I just kind of loosen them a little bit, not too much. Same with the springs. And then for ride height, something I've learned is I lower them, but not all the way. I usually take it all the way down and go like 2 or 3 notches up, just so we don't bottom out of the apexes. For dampening, I take it down, you know, a little bit. I get like, this is all stuff that I just kind of like, I know. Then braking, I usually put braking force at 35% to the rear and balance at 35% and pressure at 150. This makes it so I can stop if I need to, but still be able to hit the brake mid-drift, not like straighten out, and still be able to hold a line. Differential, I lock. I am wanting to look into the possibility of some other differential settings. That's pretty much how I tune my drift cars. We're going to go ahead and hop into a test drive real quick and see how this thing handles. Okay, we're back here on the Bernese Alps with my replica of Vonnegut Jr.'s RTR Mustang. I am pretty sure it came out with new paint since I got this one, but it'll work. We're going to go ahead and run a test lap on Bernese Alps. I'm just going to talk to you guys about some stuff. But also for testing cars, Bernese Alps is probably the best because it offers long sweeping corners along with some... Okay, this car needs a little bit more rear camber. This is just not wanting to kick out, but Bernese Alps offers some tight sections, some long sweeping sections. It is the best of both worlds whenever you're trying to tune a drift car, because you can literally tune it for any track here. If you run Bernese flawless, you can pretty much drift any track in this game. Okay. Seem to be doing okay. It does need a little bit more rear camber in my opinion, just to try and get the back wheel spinning. Yeah, it does need some more rear camber just to get the back wheel spinning. I also need to grip the handbrake more. With this tune, it is very handbrake reliant to initiate drifts. If you are not really, if you don't use the handbrake or don't want to, I'd recommend you go watch my older how to drift videos or how to tune a drift car videos, because since then I've kind of become less handbrake reliant more handbrake reliant for initiating rather than before I was more brake reliant. So we'll run this lap and we'll change the rear camber up a little bit to try and get some more wheel spin out of it. That could be the issue with the Ryan Turk's FRS that I showed you guys earlier. I had not had time to go back and look at the tune and change it up, but that might be the issue. To just need some more rear camber to get them wheels spinning. A turbo noise, those cars sound so good. This thing can hold some angle, but it does just need a little bit more rear camber to try and get these wheels spinning. That's what we're gonna do here. is change the rear camber from 1.5 to 1.7. I know it's not a huge change, but you don't really want to make big changes whenever you're tuning a car, because it can drastically throw off the car. Okay. I already tell a decent difference on how the car handles. There we go, boys. This car is now shredding rubber. So, that's pretty much my tips for how to tune a drift car that I've come across pretty recently. I wouldn't have been able to increase my drifting skill if it wasn't for the subscribers I've met playing Forza and the community that this game has. There have been a lot of subscribers that have given me tips in the comment section down below on how to fix my tunes and how to just overall become a better driver. So if you guys have given me tips, I greatly appreciate it. I do read every comment that is left on my videos. Any advice about how to improve quality, how to improve gameplay, how to improve the tunes in Forza, anything, I really do take into consideration. So I greatly appreciate any advice, whether it's how to improve quality, how to improve gameplay, how to improve anything. Let me know in the comment section down below, because I don't know what I'm doing wrong if you guys don't tell me. But I really do hope that this video helps you guys learn how to drift. And if you guys do need any more help, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm always willing to help people that want to get into drifting on Forza or any game for that matter, and that just love cars and love car video games. So if you do need help, let me know down in the comment section down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you did, leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new for more Forza content. I'm going to be bringing you guys some more Call of Duty hopefully soon. I just haven't really been enjoying playing it, and therefore I have not gotten any good gameplays. CS, H1, a bunch of other games. Hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said, I'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye.